Now that you've found UBN Radio and discovered our quality talk shows, it's time to spread the word to friends, family, and the universe. 24 hours of music and talk. Radio without limits. That's why people keep coming back for more. That's UBNradio.com.
Hey, this is Keaton Simons, and you're listening to The Baub Show on UBN Radio. Mwah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Baubles. I am your host, Bob Merrick, and you are listening to The Baub Show here on UBN Radio. On today's show, we have Alex Boylan and Lisa Hennessy from Dreamjobbing. We're talking about the new movie, The Walk, and final remarks on the 17th season of Big Brother. And, of course, joining me today are my friends, and you love them all, Jeff Schroeder and Jordan Lloyd. So let's get this show started.
B is for Bob, A is for alright, U is for uncontrollable, B is for bizarre. Put it together and what have you got? B-A-U-B Radio.
Look who's living in the Big Brother house.
My name's Jordan and I'm 22 years old. I work at Strike City. I've lived in Charlotte since I was 3. I think I am fun. I think I'm outgoing. I'm goofy, very outspoken. I just got my boobs done so they're pretty, because before they were ugly. I was fat when I was little, and I was a tomboy. I played football with all the guys, and then I got thinner as I got older, and then my mom told me I needed to start acting like a girl. I was an ABC D student in high school. I got a D in aerobics. Are you kidding me? How do you get a D in aerobics? Look at me. I don't mind wrestling, boys. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Expect the unexpected with me. We will definitely have fun. If I'm the first one eliminated, I'm going to be really mad.
I'm Jeff, I'm 31, and I'm in advertising sales. I grew up playing sports, but football was definitely the thing that I excelled in and I played in college. But I'm definitely a competitive guy. When I'm in a situation, I definitely like to be the leader. I'm pretty. What? So that might help me out a little bit. I wear my heart and my emotions on my sleeve. There's no hiding it. I like to cuddle. Yeah, I am a sensitive guy. I'm single, looking for a little showman, so bring it on. The people who get on my nerves the most are whiny people. Quit your whining. This is war, man. Bring it. Expect the unexpected from me.
How?
That was great.
Okay. So I was today going through knowing you guys were going to be doing the show with me today. And what's funny is I put that together the very first time I had you guys on my show.
Wow.
So that was 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So 6 years ago, we all met. It's literally our anniversary is like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. You guys got out of the house and we all became friends. And that was the very first time you guys were on my show. I just started playing that. And the only reason I really had to keep with it, aside from the fact that it sounded hilarious, you got a D in aerobics. How did we never discuss that?
I'm an ABCD student.
I can't believe all this stuff I was saying. I'm so embarrassed. So embarrassing.
See, once in a while, you should listen to yourself.
That didn't even
It wasn't
sound
6
like
years
me
ago.
anymore.
It doesn't.
I sound like
It
a
sounds
little
weird.
kid. I mean, I still do, but
I thought that was the funniest thing I had heard in a really long time. And I was like, I don't care that it's 3 minutes long. It's too funny to not share.
That was good. That was
I got
a nice
a D in
blast from the
aerobics because I
past.
never wanted, because it was like first or second period, and I never wanted to get sweaty because the rest of the day I would smell.
Did you ever go to Baub aerobics?
No.
Yeah. Yes,
No, we
I
went
did.
to Richard Simmons
Oh,
together.
Richard Simmons.
I took you to
lied.
Richard Simmons, but because the one I was teaching, you were still in Charlotte.
That's right.
So, well, the good news is I'm getting ready to start teaching again.
Oh.
I need to. I've been putting
my
on some weight.
certification letter came in the mail the other day. I just have to wait for my certificate or whatever to come.
You got to get over there.
Yeah. Well, I might come teach it in your living room. Well, I am going to teach it on the cruise coming up this April. Nice little segue.
Nice.
Yes.
I will be teaching Bob aerobics on the cruise that the three of us are going on this April. That we cannot tell everybody enough to go out and join us. If you want to be with Jeff and Jordan and myself and Lance Bass and Fortune Feemster are all that have been announced yet, but I know there's still a couple people that if they don't text me back and give me an answer, we're going to be announcing hopefully in the next couple of days. You're going to be excited.
I'm already excited. It's going to be a
It's going to
jam.
be a ton of fun, but I'll be teaching aerobics. So, but hopefully you're going to do some aerobics with me before
Dude.
next April because
Oh,
I got to
after
get
all the eating.
I
know,
gotta
I'm
get
gonna
in
need
I gotta
something
get in
on
some
there.
bikini weight. I am doing, so my boyfriend and I were doing, starting this coming Thursday, we're doing Sober-tober. We decided that going into the holidays, because like the holidays are where you like really plump up and
Yeah.
everything. So we're doing 30 days starting October 1st until October 30th. That way Halloween night we can let our hair down.
Oh, what a
yeah.
cheater.
Why is that a cheater?
Because it's still October.
No, but we're doing 30 days. The whole point was
gotcha.
the whole point was we were gonna do 30 days.
and you
so,
need to think of a cute name.
yeah, Sober-tober. Come on. So we're not gonna do no drinking. We're gonna do paleo. We're gonna do we eat healthy and then make ourselves exercise once a day for 30 days.
That's nice.
So
That's
kinda
actually really good.
Kickstart the holidays. Anybody that wants to join us, you know that we always love a good fitness challenge here. But leading up to also, as we get into like January, we're definitely going to start doing some stuff for the cruise, getting everybody involved because I'm super excited to say that a lot of the baubles that listen to the show are turning it into a meetup, which I was so excited about because there's so many people, because you guys already had your fans from, your, Big Brother and everything else. But then there's a lot of people who met here in the chat room listening to this show when we were doing the show daily and everything else. And so the people have become friends. And it's always cool whenever I get, like Marcy was in Michigan, so she met up with Tammy. And it's always so cool when these
Oh, that's
people who,
awesome.
like they get together, and you guys, I know, was it last year, maybe in Tennessee or something, there was a fan event where like 6 or 7 of the baubles like got together and like flew up to the event.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Oh, and was that in
Was it in New
Buffalo?
York State
yeah, that's
Fair?
right. It was in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Buffalo State Fair in New York. I think things like that are cool. This will be the first one I get to actually meet everybody. So I'm excited. So everybody out there, go to dirtypopatsea.com. That wasn't supposed to be an ad for the cruise, but turns out that it is one. So
It's going to be fun.
yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm not like fully aware, like that I'm going yet. I mean, I'm fully aware, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not thinking about it fully yet.
Well, and that's the hard thing because it's not until next April, and
Yeah.
we still have like 3 major holidays to like get the hurdle
Yeah.
over. But it's still, it's also I'm also working on it every day, so I'm thinking about it a lot. But it's gonna be so much fun.
I haven't
I'm not
been on
gonna
a
remember
cruise
it.
forever.
Probably. Hopefully, I don't fall off the boat.
Yeah. We're going to have to tie when you tie your kids to something like that, I'm going to have to tie one on to Jordan,
I'm gonna be all over the place.
to my waist.
Yeah.
That is gonna be so
First of all,
much
Bob,
fun.
I got to tell you, it's nice to be back, and I like the new digs, man.
I'm so happy to have you back. I don't even I keep trying to start the show, and I'm like, but you every time I'm like, can't be there tomorrow. I'm like, Jeff, and I know let's already tell everybody you're not here next week.
I'm not
either.
here next week. Yeah, and I might have a new project in the works, so I might not be here next month. either.
Look, guys, we're starting it off right. Jeff's got more secrets.
and me and Bob talked today. He yelled at me right off the bat.
It wouldn't be one of our shows if Jeff didn't have more secrets that we can't talk about.
Yeah, we can't talk about my new project, and Bob bossed me earlier today.
Which we just heard in your little thing that you don't like being bossed around, you like being in charge.
Yeah, I like it, and I'm a cuddler.
Yeah, he totally lied about cuddling. He is not a cuddler.
I like
whatsoever.
cuddling in the beginning.
I like cuddling. I like cuddling in the morning, and I like cuddling at night, but not for sleeping.
Right, I don't want to be touched, especially in this
don't.
heat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't touch me during sleeping.
Well, I heard you got a nice little place with air conditioning.
You
It's
haven't
all-
been yet?
No, I have not been to this swanky place.
Oh yeah.
You got too big for me.
Moving on up.
I know Jordan told me.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Nice. It's so nice.
I've seen pictures, but I haven't
Yeah,
been
pictures
there.
don't do it justice.
I know.
It's nice.
I've been busy lately,
Yeah,
Bob.
I know. Trust me, I know. We don't say it wasn't because you weren't invited. We were trying everything to try to beg you to come over.
And I had to get up early the next day.
Oh, blah blah blah. So let's talk about that. How happy are we that Big Brother is done?
It's kind of sad and happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy that it's done, but you kind of get like used to the routine.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
especially you because you're work. I mean, that's actually becomes a job for you. So you're like getting to have a different vantage point of the whole situation.
yeah, and you kind of grow like you know.
How are the three of us feeling on how the season turned out?
I thought it made for good TV. I think it was cool. I think it was good TV that Steve won, but I think Vanessa maybe deserved it. Not maybe. Vanessa deserved it. You know what I mean? She put in the work. She was playing for 98 days, which is crazy that they play 98 days. I just have to put that out there. I think it's too long, to be honest with you. I think it's a little too long, just from a mental point, like your sanity point of view.
Yeah.
I think it's
you guys
too
were
long.
72, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's enough. So 98 days gets it messes with your. I can't even imagine. It messes with your mind. But anyways,
Jordan, they're asking that you can pull your microphone down because you're covering your face on the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it made for good TV, but I think Vanessa should have won. I'm happy with James winning America's Favorite. I thought he did a good job. He was
definitely entertaining.
Yeah, he was entertaining. Johnny Mac was right up there, and I thought he was entertaining. Jason was the third one, and I thought he was entertaining. So I think America got that right.
I would have loved to have seen how Johnny Mac would have played the game if he didn't get sort of pulled in under the wings of Clay and Shelley so early on. Just because Johnny Mac was actually he's not a floater by any means.
Right.
The amount of competitions that he consciously threw that he would have won, and I really love when he did that puzzle one where it was like the puzzle was there and put together, and he like he showed that he absolutely would have won it, and I wish that he had. But early on, remember, he kept throwing those other competitions for Clay and Shelley.
Yeah.
And it's like it was smart because I think he saw the writing on the wall. There's no way Clay and Shelley were going anywhere. But then when they did, like he had nothing to.
Right. He played his own game. Like, he was a super fan, but didn't share it with Steve, who was a good friend of his in the house. So he was playing his game in his own way, which the other house guests didn't recognize. They were like, Johnny Mac's a bump on the log. So when they kept coming in, week after week, and I can't talk about what's going on in the house, they're like, man, Johnny Mac's a real bummer, huh? I'm like, yeah, wait till the season's over and you see who the bummer is,
Yeah. And you mean the people that were coming in that you were interviewing?
Yeah, so they come in and I
guests.
can't talk to them. And that's another thing. Like, I get a lot of feedback now on Twitter, which is I'm very happy Big Brother's over for the Twitter fans, because some of my block button's broken. You know what I mean? I had to block people every day.
I have people asking me, Jordan, can you please have Jeff unblock me?
No, you don't.
If you say one thing that I might have to think 2 seconds about, blocked. That's it. I don't mess around. You know what I mean? Was that a crack at me? Blocked.
But then if you block it, that means that they can't even follow you.
They can't follow me. I lose the follower. I don't care. I don't mind it. I don't care. Don't throw cracks at me.
I missed you.
Yeah.
I have missed you.
I lay down the line, Bob. You know what I mean? I've grown some tough skin since the last time. But to explain a little bit, I can't say the questions that some people want me to ask,
of course
because they're in sequester, and people are like, why don't you ask this question? I'm like, because I can't, idiot. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'd like to say that because I can't. You stupid. That's what I'd like to write back. But anyways, I feel so much better. This is like therapeutic for me.
Get it out.
Yeah.
What did you think, Jordan?
I thought it was good. Yeah, I mean, this year I wasn't really into it.
Yeah.
Like this season, last season I loved. This season it wasn't my favorite.
It was funny because I felt like, again, I thought there's so much great cast that was on at the beginning of the show, and this is the first time ever where it's like the people who were kind of the typical floaters of the season kind of dominated the house.
Yeah.
Normally it's the other way around, and so then there wasn't a lot of personality in the house. I definitely agree that as far as television goes, because we were actually, my boyfriend had a gig the night of the finale, and so we were we were getting home late. Normally I'm like, oh my god, I got to get home. I got to go watch the finale. And it was so obvious that Vanessa was going to win that I was like, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. And we got home and I was like, let's just watch it for a little bit and then we'll fall asleep, because it was so obvious that Vanessa was going to win, and it was so who cares? Like the last couple weeks of it was just so who cares. And when Steve did what Steve did, like my hat is off to him, and that for that it was good.
I thought it was a very interesting. I thought it was a great finale.
Yeah,
as far as TV goes, I thought it was a great finale. But when the last couple of weeks, when there's only a couple of people in the house and they're not huge personalities, and they're not planning on making a big move to stab somebody in the back, it's hard for the show, because there's only 3 people and there's only so much you could get out of them to entertain. And I think a lot of those people went out real early. So as far as that goes, but either way, it's still hard to entertain with 3 people in the house to do a 3 times a week show.
Oh, totally. And the one final thing that I do want to say, because it's the one episode of the year that, of course, is just like maddening to me, and we watch it. We all watch it anyways, and that's that second to last episode where it's them pretending like that they haven't been fed. Like, let's go walk over here and talk about. Let's go. Wasn't it funny that one time when Vanessa did this.
Yeah.
And so that episode, but I will say they did such a brilliant job of the crying montage.
That was great.
And the footage
That was
in the
my favorite
in a long time. The montage and
well, they had great packages. The crying, Clay's mumbling, which is
Clay's
probably the
mumbling.
best clip of the season.
So good.
And then James's package with the scaring.
Well, and I was gonna say, but Audrey,
Woo!
Audrey.
That's what I do all the time.
Audrey draped in the blanket in the DR because she was in there for like 5 or 6 hours. They told us like they didn't know what to do with her. She was just there. They were prepared at any second to pull her out, but she just laid in the DR and then eventually went back into the house and spent her last
all the
24
girls.
hours.
They
or
showed all
something.
the girls crying.
Yeah, that to me. That was good.
Why do we say the whole season I called her Aubrey?
Because
and it's Audrey.
Because you guys
Because
just did
we were
that
on
marriage boot camp thing.
Well, I get
And
that.
that was-
Why did you just say that? It's like weird.
Because of that. Just
Oh,
because
really?
It's that association.
So
of-
and then I have to like stop and think when we were at the live show. I'm like, and then you have to think about
Aubrey.
it. And then at the end I'm like,
Aubrey.
you. I'm like, you did a good job. You. I didn't want to go there.
One other thing. One thing I wanted to say really quickly, and then we're going to bring on our guests. I went to an advanced screening this last Saturday of The Walk, the new Bob Zemeckis movie with
that
Joseph.
movie looks terrible.
Could not agree more.
Really?
I could not agree more. I had no interest in seeing it. If I had not been invited to this advanced screening and it was at IMAX, and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gonna see it at all, like I was kind of like dragging my feet.
That was a cool picture you did, though.
It is so good.
It's intense.
Jordan, you're gonna love it. It's not even that it's intense. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt is phenomenal. His acting is phenomenal. There's so many visual effects that are just so creative and great, and how the story is told. I promise you're both gonna love it. Go see it in IMAX because yes, the wire walking is insane.
I don't know how
true
people
story,
do that.
And
right?
it's a true story. The guy's still alive. Like it's all true.
And he did not have a safety net.
He did not have a safety net, but you need to go watch the movie. I'm not
What
telling you
an
anything
idiot.
else. But you need to see it. You need to see it.
We're going to
You're
see
gonna-
Everest right after this in
Tonight?
3D. Yeah.
Okay,
We
well,
saw Black Mass. You have to see that.
I don't know.
No,
Black Mass is good. You know what's
good.
better than Black Mass, which is tough for me to say because I love Black Mass, is Sicario.
Oh, really?
It's so good. Benicio kills it, and I love Johnny Depp, and I love Black Mass. I want to do like a whole movies. I'm back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I want to do like a movie section. I want to talk all about movies because I love them. But yes,
Well,
take your advice. We'll do the walk.
but you go see The Walk. I promise you, I thought the trailers looked terrible. I'm like, why would I want to go see a movie about somebody walking across a wire? Like, it just did nothing, not a single thing about it seemed even remotely interesting to me. It was so good. One of the best movies I've seen in a really
I have
long time.
I couldn't even look over the edge, let alone walk across
Oh,
something.
wait till you do it in IMAX 3D.
Oh my god! Do you almost feel like you're
Oh.
equal? Like
Are you kidding
Like vertigo?
me?
Is that the right word?
A lot of people are like bracing themselves. In their
Oh
chairs.
my god! I would freak out. I think I would. I'd be a little like uneasy.
But it's good. I mean, it works. But you definitely feel it's awesome. I'm telling you, you have to go see this movie. Okay, we got to take a quick break because we have guests today. We have Alex Boylan and Lisa Hennessy from Dreamjobbing who are here. We're going to talk all about Dreamjobbing. And there's 2 winners from Lucky Buddha Beer, which all ties in together. So we're going to talk about all of
Chelsea
that.
and Brendan. So those are 2 people. I don't know if everyone remembers when I had the Dreamjobbing experience was to do a commercial with me. Everyone sent in videos, made like a 30-second video or a minute video, and sent in your favorite, what you could do, be crafty with the Lucky Buddha beer. And these are the 2 winners, and we're shooting a commercial tomorrow.
Super exciting. So that's going to be here in just a moment. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
dreaming of Union Pizza Company. Whoa, real Chicago-style deep dish in L.A. How is that possible? Too much fakeness in Southern California, but I eat the all-natural Union Pizza pies, and now I am real. I feel good, natural, and the smoking hot killer New York pies. No more fake pizzas on stripper poles. Oh, wait, that was another dream.
Check out UnionPizzaCompany.com for more info. Avoid pizza delirium and eat responsibly natural and awesome pizza. Great pizza dreams found here. Union Pizza Company, powered by passion.
You're listening to The Baub Show, exclusively on UBN Radio, with your host, Bob Merrick.
Welcome back, everybody. Still getting used to this whole how things work here. As I don't know. Honestly, Jeff, you don't know this because you haven't been here the last couple weeks. I'm still so confused about. Like, you'd think I'd never. I'm like Nana here at the computer. Like, I don't know how to do anything at the computer anymore.
I know, you're very flustered.
Because I
you just screamed at me during the break.
That's all I do is scream at you.
I know, Bob.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of time, so we got to get right into this because I'm excited because I love both of them personally, and then I also love the company that they're doing. And so without any further ado, Alex Boylan and Lisa Hennessy from Dreamjobbing, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now you want it up loud, right? Now you want it up loud.
A little louder.
And also joining us, you guys decide who wants to make the introduction here.
Sure.
But
I will. I mean, we just did a big campaign with Lucky Buddha Beer and two of the winners that are going to be working on a new commercial with Jeff tomorrow. Chelsea and Brendan right here.
Hey guys.
Great.
Hey guys.
And I'm gonna do that so everyone can see that. There you go.
Nice. Those are the winners.
And they're so cute.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They are. So let's start back at the beginning for everybody out there who does not know what Dreamjobbing is.
All right, so Dreamjobbing is an inspirational platform. We collaborate with brands, businesses, celebrities, networks, tourism offices, and we work to come up with like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that anyone can land by creating a short application video. And we've done stuff to be backup singer for Michael Bolton, being a writer on Lance Bass's show. We've done a ton of great ones, to be a photographer in Norway, to be a producer on CBS, NCIS LA on CBS, and then this one, Lucky Buddha Beer, which is this. Wish we had a beer right now. It's awesome. It's
yeah, we didn't think that one through, did we?
I know.
No, we didn't.
It is National Drink a Beer Day.
Is it?
I know. How serendipitous.
And you brought me pizza?
Beers to follow.
And Jeff has been the face of this campaign with Lucky Buddha Beer, and the whole idea was who was going to be part of this commercial with them. So a ton of great applicants from around the country, and these two people, I mean, both of them were amazing videos that they submitted, and the people over at Sage Beverages picked them, and here they are. And so we're going to be shooting this tomorrow in and out of Venice, Santa Monica, Marina Del Rey. So fun.
It's very, very exciting. And I'm proud to tell you guys that Andy Ruther, who was for Dreamjobbing to win the role as one of Lance's head writers on Dirty Pop, is still with Lance.
Yeah,
like we love him. We actually socialize with him, and
you socialize with him.
Well, we go to support stuff. He'll be on the cruise with us.
It's probably one of the coolest parts about this platform is stories like this, and we have tons of them. There is Nitro Circus, which is one of the largest live tours in the world with Travis Pastrana. There's been people that didn't even win the campaign that they've hired that are now like full time with them. The girl who won CBS to be a producer on NCIS LA, she was like right out of school, had spent 1 week every day. One day was with the writers, next day with the actors. At the end of it, they hired her full time.
Wow.
And there's so many stories like that, and some we don't even hear about, like of people who don't win campaigns, but end up someone saw them for some other reason, get hired on something else. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's why we created this, Lisa, was to inspire people, to live their dream and create opportunities that anyone can apply for.
Well, we have some great jobs right now.
Yeah,
to be a co-star with Rachel Ray, to be on the Rachel Ray show.
Like to permanent or just like a one episode?
One day.
But that's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that Rachel
Ray
is,
but I'm like, wait a minute. Let's see. If I could go be her permanent co-host, then I could go move to New York. Like they see wheels spinning very, very, very quickly.
And if you speak Portuguese, you can go down to Brazil and be part of, Brazil and be part of the Rio Olympic Games.
That's not me.
They're hiring 25 people.
I can barely speak English most days of my life. So.
I've been telling Jeff for a while. I'm like, get some Rosetta Stone. Let's make this happen.
I have Rosetta Stone Italian because I wanted to learn it for years. and I'll do really good for a week, and I'll get on to like chapter 12 or whatever, and then like 1 week will pass.
Oh, you went through 12 chapters in a week? You crushed that, Rosetta Stone.
Well, no, but they're not like, it's not like a book chapters. They're kind of like, it's like you kind of keep going.
There's
like
2,800 chapters.
There's like 300 chapters, and but then like I won't do it for a week, and then I'll come back like 2 weeks later, and I literally have to start back at chapter 1.
You're doing better than me. I have the Spanish one. I've been to chapter 1. That's it.
I need to learn Spanish.
I know, me too.
For sure.
I just have a couple words
live in
here
LA.
and there. I know. It's so like prevalent out here.
Apparently. Whoa.
That's a big word.
Peace, everybody.
Can you spell it?
He's been doing Rosetta Stone for English.
Yeah.
I'm still working on my English. That was pretty good.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Who came up with the idea?
This is a collaboration between Lisa Burton Roberts, who you know.
Oh boy, do we love Burton.
Oh, we all love
Hi,
Burton.
The
Marlboro Man. See if I can impersonate him right now.
That man knows how to wear a pair of jeans.
I was at
I don't know why Levi's hasn't come after that man. I'll tell you that much.
We had a party the other day and we were all together and someone goes, I met you before. And they thought I was Burton. I'm like, wait. She's like, you're partners with Alex. I'm like, wait, do you think I'm
Were
Burton?
they blind?
Yeah. Well, we were all drinking a lot.
That made his whole
Yeah,
night.
we all drinking.
Tessa came up to me and he goes, this girl thought I was Burton.
I was like, and she goes, aren't you Burton? I'm like, the most handsome man in the world?
I mean,
no, but I'll take the compliment.
The fact that it's taken over this radio is pretty impressive. But I've never had more people say, man, that's the best looking man I've ever. My brother said that. He's like, yeah, Burton's a good looking guy. You know what I mean? And then when he starts talking, he's like, yeah, well, I just climbed Kilimanjaro last weekend, so I'm a little sore.
He's always flying in from somewhere exotic.
Well, and that's just it. But he's always just like so cool and calm, and that deep voice is like,
He's
yeah,
just a
man, I can do
man.
that. Yeah, he's a man.
Jordan, you're here still?
When God built man.
Let's talk about the Lucky Buddha winners over here.
Okay,
So
wait,
real quick.
So
So Burton, Lisa, and myself, we've been so blessed to live like really fun lives and get to experience so many different things in this industry and travel. And literally, we were sitting around one night, having a couple glasses of wine and saying, how cool would it be to have a platform where anyone, I mean, it takes time and it's hard to break into some of these doors. And the fact that we know people and we can open up these doors, and it's really about just giving opportunity to tons of people out there. And that's really the seed of this idea. And as it moves, it keeps evolving. The platform does, but it's all about just creating opportunities that people can go land.
Well, I
Lisa,
know. I love.
chime in.
Oh no, that was great, Alex.
I just wanted to say when it sold me, because I really thought this was as silly as this is. I also thought it was totally cool because I know there's obviously somebody out there who wants it. There's a ton of people, but it was the Michael Bolton backup singer. Like that was my favorite one. I was like, how cool, just in concept alone, to get to go sing backup for your favorite star for one night, just for one night. Like that to me is like because that is the epitome of a dream job. You know what I mean? Like you're that housewife at home, or maybe you're like a bank teller or something, and you can sing, and you love a Friday night at the karaoke bar, and your favorite singer is Michael Bolton, but you're never gonna leave your life. You're never gonna be able to go to it. And that, because I'm all about like dream making. Like I love, like if Oprah's out there, fixing a family or something, like that's what'll make me cry. Like somebody can die and I'd be like, oh, that's too bad. But when it's like somebody's dream was just realized, like that, I'm always in.
There's nothing better.
Yeah,
so nothing better. And it's amazing. I mean, for Michael Bolton, he really needed a backup singer. So it's like a lot of different people when we're talking to them and trying to create stuff for the platform. It's not that everyone kind of comes in for different reasons, but he was like, I need someone in Europe. He needed two. He hired two, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. He's like, I need someone in the States.
So did they actually go on tour and stay with him?
Yeah, I mean, this one, I think it's coming up soon, I believe. But yeah, he was thinking about it like he's always looking for good backup singers.
Yeah.
So, and then, that's becoming more and more on the platform. We're finding that, companies and brands are like, hey, this is a great place to find talent.
Lance really needed someone. I was at dinner with him, and he's like, Lisa, I need to find a new writer for the show. Can you help me? And I was, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's just it. Yeah, and like to let everybody know, like, this isn't smoke and mirrors. Like Andy Ruther really is. Like, he's Lance's head writer and has been now for. I mean, it's been
October,
months.
I think,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a very long time. Yeah, we
Almost
did
a
this.
year.
Yeah, we did this last year. So it's really
well,
cool.
It was
and
funny because
exciting.
we were doing that. I think we came on for Dreamjobbing on the Lance's show, and there he was, wasn't he? Like he was already like set up there, and it was like, oh man, this is the kid who won the Dream Job.
Oh yeah,
now
when
like
you guys came on
writing
to
for
promote
us
it, yeah.
to be on the thing. It's just funny. Yeah.
So let's move over here a little bit to what's going on here with Lucky Buddha. Is it Lucky Buddha beer?
Yeah.
Brendan and Chelsea.
No, I know Brendan
Chelsea.
and
Chelsea?
Brendan.
Chelsea. It's a nice accent.
Brendan
We have a
Chelsea.
friend named Chelsea, so we had a little name confusion earlier too.
Chelsea Hart. How's
What?
she been? Yeah. No. But talk close to the microphone.
Is that such a big?
But are they allowed to say what they did to get?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
everything's transparent what we do. So yeah.
What I did on my video?
Yeah, how you guys made it onto Dreamjobbing and why you wanted to be a part of it. But
Yeah, so we posted 1 minute video. Mine was more, my background is all marketing and public relations. And so I decided to take a man on the street type approach. So went out on St. Patrick's Day with a Lucky Buddha bottle, got a whole bunch of strangers to hold the bottle and just be like, Lucky Buddha beer. So it was great. It wasn't very big in South Carolina, so it was so much fun to kind of go out there and kind of promote Lucky. And even bands in Atlanta were a part of the video, and they still ask me today, like, how's it going, and whether I'm actually need to get in touch with them. They better be following my Facebook. Maybe they're watching now, but
They are. They're like, give us a shout.
Yeah,
Give us the
right.
shout.
and what did you do?
So I did a kind of like a spec commercial, and I have a little bit more production background and film background. So I kind of shot like a quick kind of, this is what a commercial could be like if you cast me.
And it was a funny commercial. Tell them about it. It was a funny commercial.
Yeah, it was like, it's a quick 30-second bit where like, trying to use the rule of threes. The first time it's like, when I want to enliven and enlighten a party, I turn to Buddha and beer. And then like the next one I'm playing cards. I'm like, when I need to get lucky, I turn to Buddha and beer. And then when I needed dating advice, well, I just turn to beer. And it shows me like cut to like drunk, and I'm like, you've outgrown me. I've outgrown you like a tight pair of underwear. Karate kick.
I think the kick is what sold them.
But what's funny is like everybody's like, oh yeah, that's great, like pat on the back. But what really gets them is the dogs in the background. Is like my sister's dogs were there, and I'm filming this all by myself. I don't know if I
was
told
that
you guys
planned?
that.
Because there's
The
this
dogs were-
bulldog that kind of walks by the scene like right after he's talking. I was like,
Yeah.
is that planned or is the dog just following him? You know, kind of know it's a home video.
Well,
Pretty
what's funny about that is when I recorded it, I did this all by myself. My sister helped me out and then like left. So like I'm there, I push record, like I go back out and like I pretend to be drunk, and meanwhile I'm in my underwear doing this part, and the neighbors watering their garden, and they're just like, what is his beef? Like, what is he doing? Like, very concerned. But yeah, so I guess they liked what we brought, and we brought each kind of our own thing to it. So
They liked him so much. It was only supposed to be one winner. There's only supposed to be one, and I don't want to say, I don't know, maybe I should say their names or not. But anyway, over at Sage Brave, they called them like, can we have two of them? They could not decide between the two of you guys, and so they said instead of that, let's bring two.
So, are they doing a script that with the two of them?
Yeah, it's gonna be a brand new commercial. All three of them are gonna be in it. Jeff's gonna be in it as well, and so all three of us. But when they were sitting there, it was just gonna usually be they were gonna bring one in,
Yeah.
and then they just couldn't decide between two. So.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to watch the commercials, they're on www.dreamjobbing.com/Lucky Buddha Beer, correct?
Yes.
So the final two, Chelsea and Brendan's are up there.
Yeah, go check them out.
So cool and so exciting. And now, is it because do you guys want to act, or was this just like a fun thing to do, or?
Well, I think Brendan's in the acting industry, correct? Aspiring actor. I myself am not, but I really wanted to do this because, first of all, the brand behind Lucky Buddha was just so cool and really intriguing to me.
I love their bottles.
And who doesn't like beer?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you apply for it? And then also it was a big public relations aspect to it, marketing. So kind of got to combine my love for marketing with my love for beer. So couldn't pass it up. So I decided to make a video.
And this is her first time to LA.
This is, yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Welcome.
this is my first time here. It's been so much fun.
When did you arrive?
I arrived yesterday.
And are you here for the whole week, or do you leave
Thursday?
You leave Thursday. That's still a pretty good time.
Yeah.
So you guys went out today and had an interesting day, huh? I heard just a little bit.
Yeah, we did. We went surfing, so it was my first time surfing.
It's a pretty funny story, and I go save it for the show.
But
so what
yeah,
happened?
No, she's been here for like less than a day. She's already been out surfing. She already lost her bathing suit.
That's a part we want to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, tell him. No,
that's totally normal in Venice, by the way.
How did you lose your bathing suit?
Oh my goodness. Well, okay, I guess I'm not the best surfer, I found out, but one of the waves just completely knocked me over. Everyone else was pretty disheveled too, but I don't think anyone else lost their bathing suit.
It was a doozy.
So
yeah.
it was.
So
Top to
you stayed
bottom.
in the water, right? While Brendan
Bottom.
went and got you something else?
Yes, Brendan had to run and get my shorts, but luckily I was wearing
in the Pacific,
hairbands.
which is freezing cold.
It wasn't bad.
No,
It
it's
was
actually
really
pretty warm
warm.
this summer.
She MacGyvered this whole situation. She like pulled out
That's
like
right.
her hair tie and was like
By the
fisherman
time-
knots on the bathing suit.
By the time he got back, I had it under control. It was all tied up. He was he came back and was like, wait, what happened here? Like, what'd you do? Because it didn't look great, but it kept me covered, which is all you need. So
That is fantastic.
So our talent got real close, real fast.
Yeah.
Here in
That's how chemistry
Southern
works.
California.
Yeah, that's how chemistry works. It's very, although I know your girlfriend's in the other room, but I'm sure she, it's method acting.
Jesus, Bob.
I stayed in the water.
This guy in trouble.
She stayed in the water. So what's the long-term plan for Dream Jobbing?
That is an awesome question. Lisa, you want to take that? I mean, 'cause what's fun about it is that the platform just keeps evolving. And another one that just came up, Club Med came to us, and it's funny. A lot of like companies that are out there that actually want full-time positions. And so right now we kind of started off with these like once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that could hopefully lead to something else or just like spark something, and who knows where you would take it from there. But now we did something with Club Med where we're hiring, I think, we have 4 open positions. Like one's to be if you're a chef, you can go down to the Turks and Caicos. So I think like as we evolve, we'll still have these once in a lifetime amazing experiences that are just incredible. But I think we're going to start having more full-time jobs that are just those for the types of people who want an experience in life. That's just bigger than a job. I think we're going to be that platform.
And we just had our first episode air of the Dream Jobbing TV series. So
that's what I was wondering because I knew, and then all of a sudden I was like,
we are
maybe
TV producers.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Where did that air?
It airs on Access TV, which is Mark Cuban's cable network, and we did a dream job of being a photojournalist in Norway, and so we covered that kid's journey being a photojournalist.
How
which
cool
was
is that?
fantastic. It was so great. And of course, we had to go over and film it.
Yeah.
So 19 days in Norway did not suck.
How is it just one episode, or are you guys doing a whole series?
Eventually we'll do a whole series. Right now we just have the one episode as a special. But sometimes the dream jobs will turn into an episode of TV.
I think it's so cool. Again, I'm just going to go on it again about the Michael Bolton backup thing. Like that in itself is a cool episode. I mean, you see that kind of behind the scenes stuff all the time, especially because oftentimes it's either like there's a fan component or there's definitely always it's my dream, like it's I've wanted this opportunity, which is always my favorite part.
I think there's a lot of wish fulfillment in there. I mean, watching this this kid who won, he was out of Toronto, Arnold Lan, and
he's
22 and seeing for his experience obviously in his cameras and he's being shot, but now he has a job to do. His job was to like take over their social media and take all these pictures, and he went around the country, and like watching him grow as a person was the coolest aspect of it. By the time he came back a different person than when he went to Norway originally for this, and now I see him, he's got like blogs going, he's working for all these other people, so it really allows that. I mean, Arnold grew a lot.
No, he did. And it's great for us to be mentors.
Yeah.
He didn't get taller, but no, it's great for us to be mentors, and we really enjoy doing that. I've loved doing that in my career. Over the span of executive producing a lot of TV shows, I've had a lot of people work for me, and it's great to see young talent grow and really grow into extraordinary producers and showrunners, and now with Dream Jobbing, we have a platform where we can do that across all different aspects of industries. So people that really want to travel, people that really want to be in production, people that really want to be a writer, people that want to be a singer,
or give back. We did a big one, humanitarian for World Vision in Africa, and we did one with Tom Shoes to be their global giver. And that I think that winner is about to go in the field, or are they in the field?
I think
right
it's
now?
happening. It's happening right
It's
now.
happening right now. Yeah.
So it's hard to keep track. Our first birthday is Wednesday. We become one on Wednesday, and we've already. Thank you. And we've already launched, I think, 18 different dream jobs. As I mentioned, the most recent one is Rachel Ray in the Olympics and Club Med. So we just keep adding really incredible experiences. And this is just really, truly the beginning.
I just think it's so cool. And I love, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but you never know with me. I kind of, one of the other aspects that I love is because oftentimes when we see these sort of wish fulfillment, packages, whether it's on a, talk show or something, it's usually because the person is so down on their luck. And, I kind of like that in this particular case. it's giving an opportunity to somebody who's just out there already sort of working hard and trying to get to it, and just getting the opportunity. So that's one of the things that I do also really love about this. Not to say there's anything wrong with the other aspect. It's just that's what
disclaimer.
That's my disclaimer. I want to make sure I don't get in trouble for that. But that's one of my favorite things about this, in a weird way, is just getting to sort of watch. Because I'm all about the people helping themselves or the people that you want to help, and so I love that, because I know these people out there that are already doing their thing but just needing the opportunity, and I think you guys are providing that, which is really awesome.
It's really exciting because it's hard. Opportunity is hard to get these days. It's the competition's tough. Millennials have a hard time. They graduate from college, they have a lot of debt, and what we're doing is allowing people through perseverance to get in the door, and then once they're in the door, it's up to them how far they take it.
Absolutely. Yeah, which I think is so great. We only have a few minutes left, but so I have a couple questions just for each of you. So because a lot of people out there know, obviously, Alex, you won a little show called The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Are you still watching the show? It just premiered last Friday, or do you just Amazing Race what? Like you don't even know it's on anymore?
It's so interesting. I should probably be careful what I say. But you know what show I actually watch all the time is Survivor. Like I'm a huge Survivor fan. Race, the race has changed a lot over the years. Now we're coming up. What season is it now? 27, 28? There was a premiere party the other day. I didn't go to it, but so I came back and watched the beginning of it because our good friends Brennan and Rob were at the starting gates. They won the first season of the show, so I watched half it. Yeah, I poke around. I definitely watch it. It's not something that I'm.
He's too busy working.
I am. But I think it's interesting, the show that it's interesting that now I DVR every Survivor and I watch every episode of that. Race, I get through it. I watch it, but I'm not as driven to watch it, which is weird. Do you watch Race?
Of course.
Oh yeah, you do the after show.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah.
But it's just always. I mean, you guys did The Amazing Race too, so I'm just always curious if it's one of those shows that you watch it and you're like, I already did it, or because it is kind of the same. It's more about the experience.
The reason why people get more into Survivor and Big Brother is because you get more, the characters or the people more, and you get invested and you have somebody to root for. On Race, there's so many teams and they're racing, you don't really get to know the teams.
Yeah, it ends up being more about the competition and the challenges.
Right.
Yeah, and I'd say what is so amazing about the show, and Bertrand Van Munster and the production team that pulled that show off around the world. I mean, it's an amazing.
And Phil,
love Phil.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's an amazing show. I think it's one of the most amazing productions that's out there, right? So it's amazing. But fortunately, we do travel. So I think from a viewer standpoint, you get to see all these amazing places around the world, and that's great. I mean, this season they went to we left. My season, the second season, we left from the desert of Vegas, and our first stop was in Rio, and this season was the same thing. So they're starting to go back to the well, after 27 seasons. But it's awesome.
At some point, you kind of have to.
It's amazing. It really
That's
is.
a long time to have a show.
I think it's
20,
unbelievable.
yeah.
And how many Emmys they've won from that?
And they're also, Survivor, I think they're at 31 or 32 or something like the season that just premiered. And, but that's on top of it all,
twice a year.
Twice a year, 2 seasons twice a year, but
right.
versus what used to just be once a year.
Yeah.
That's a grind that and the quality still stands up. That's what I'm impressed with is for sure the quality that stands up.
Well, Alex and Brendan are coming out of the woodwork. We just filmed a thing for this Ole Miss game. We're going to be on the big screen. Swain was on the first episode of this season. Swain's coming. He wants another shot. He wants another run. Even though he won, he wants another run. Swain.
Oh my head. I mean, well, no. Granted, there's no doubt Swain would be loved it. But I will tell you, if there's any show I would want to go do. I've never done the other two, and I think Survivor would be a really interesting show. I'd love to just watch myself do the show because I think it'd just be interesting. However, I would love to do Race again. I would do it if they always say, "Would you do it if they asked you to?" In a heartbeat. It is by far the coolest show in the world to do.
And being on it.
You're moving so fast.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And back in my season, just for the production to keep up with you, for Phil to be at the, finish or at one of the pit stops, right? And still said the go from the last place and be at the pit stop for the next location. It was hard for them. Teams were all over the place. So it was hard for them to just keep up with everyone. So
we have Lynn Spielman, casting director on Speed Dial. We could call her AB if you want to.
I think if Lynn wanted me on the show, she would know where to call.
Well, maybe the 30th is coming up, so you never know.
There's a lot of talk about hey, what if they brought all the winners back?
Yeah.
But honestly, and I'm knocking myself here, we're not as entertaining. I would say majority of the people who have won the show are not. I don't think we're.
That's true.
I hate to say it,
but I will say of all of the shows, it would be most interesting to watch all of the winners of that show compared to like Big Brother, because if we watch Big Brother or even Survivor, you know how they scheme. You know what I mean? Like, you know who the villain already is, you know, versus Amazing Race is really going to be about getting out there and owning the competitions.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
It would be super interesting, because imagine winning the show and then being first knocked off.
Yeah,
I mean, someone's gonna.
Someone's got to do.
Someone's got 14. Got to do it.
Okay, everybody.
If it's anybody,
you heard it here now.
Yeah.
If it's anybody,
I
mean, I hope
thanks for
Swain
the
wins,
credit.
but I hope it's Swain that's knocked off first.
Oh, he'd be so bummed.
I would never
wish. I would never wish that.
I'm just kidding.
No
I'm
way,
just
Swain.
kidding,
We love you,
Swain. I'm
bro.
just kidding. He's gonna. He know he's gonna hear this and give it back to me.
Really quickly, Lisa, 'cause I also had a question for you, because you executive produced Big Fat Loser, the biggest.
Big Fat Loser.
Wow,
I
it's a
know.
new show that really.
I was gonna call myself Big Fat, but I'm not even gonna go there now. Cancel. Aubrey. Okay, biggest loser.
Not only demoralizes you mentally, but physically as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Biggest loser meaning the person that loses the most weight,
Yeah,
not the big fat
Perhaps
loser.
that's why I never auditioned for that show.
That might have got you on right there.
I couldn't get past the title. What is the greatest thing you ever learned on that show?
Oh gosh. I don't. Maybe not learning, but what I experienced. It's really great to see people's lives be transformed. Really, truly. And one of the girls who actually won, I don't know, season 15, Rachel Fredrickson, ended up working with Alex and I.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. So talk about people, you know, really changing their life and moving in different directions, and so being part of Rachel's journey was really important to me.
Did you find a lot of the people that took off their weight kept it off?
I think it's about 50-50.
50-50,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, you know, honestly, what I did learn, really, truly, is how many calories are in food. I mean, seriously, like, you eat a sandwich, you're like, oh, it's just a sandwich. But then you have to really, you learn about calorie counting. And I also learned that when I came onto the show, the craft service was ridiculously disgusting, and it was a show about people losing weight.
Oh, that's
and so
gotta be weird, yeah.
I completely changed the craft service when I came on board.
Yeah, because that's also not fair either. If you're
if you're like eating a Twinkie in front of the
or
contestants.
the cameraman's over there's got Cheeto breath, you know,
Yeah,
like filming in the, you know, the poor, I'm just gonna say, fattest loser's face.
He's just
I never
trying
thought
to
about
get
that.
on
Oh,
the
man.
show.
she told me that before, and it was
I'm
so
not going
interesting
on the show.
that you told me that, and I was
What,
like,
about the calories?
Yeah, no, about the producers eating whatever they want in the
yeah.
green
I
room.
wasn't thinking about it, but
I didn't-
eating it in front of the contestants.
Yeah.
Oh my head.
No,
Yeah.
it's just gross. I mean, you go
So
in
like,
there
hey,
and you're like these
get
people are
back on
not-
there, and they're eating a Snickers
Yeah,
or
and,
something.
and
you know
they're
what I mean?
and they're doing like, you know, maybe 1,500 calories a day or something
Oh,
in
yeah,
order
it's
to
absurd.
sustain that, you know. And so then you're eating in front of these people, and it's just it's mean.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
truly.
that's interesting.
And that show, of any of the shows, they're there for a long time. So that's a show that the crew,
they don't get to
the
go home or
contestants, they don't get to
anything.
go home. And so once they check into the ranch, they're there for about 5 months. It's a long shoot.
Oh, that's even longer than Big Brother.
Yeah, it's a long show. I mean, you guys, I couldn't believe how long you guys were trapped when we were talking the other day.
Yeah,
You know,
and now it's even longer.
Yeah.
Now it's
It's
like
longer?
Now it's like almost 25 days
You're
longer.
there. You're there from June to September because they get you're going to the house. We're going to sequester.
Today
early
was
June.
but from the duration from when they walk in the house to out was 98 days this season.
Oh my gosh. I think they're shooting race in like 25 days now.
Well, that's
Yeah,
just
they're-
money.
That's
But I'm just saying, it's just
Yeah.
amazing. It's like, you know, you're
from a
Something
production
shortened
point
and-
of view, like to be on the race, it's such a machine.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
But
my
Survivor's
goodness.
the same thing. I mean, Survivor's
Yeah,
like 30
Survivor.
days or 40
Yeah.
days or something like that. I mean, it certainly goes much more.
But it's one thing to have the production on an island or in a house as
Yeah.
opposed to running around the world and keeping up and still putting out those episodes. It's crazy.
amazing.
There's that. We gotta say goodbye.
Good segue. Yeah, that story sucked. And we're out of time.
I've missed working with Jeff. Now my camera angle's off. I want to take it back over to you two really quickly. I want you guys to get close to the microphone and tell people if they want to follow you, where they can find you on social media, and they can look for you in your commercial, or you can not. But
you can find me on Instagram at cfthompson89 and Facebook. I'm not sure my name. I know it's Chelsea Thompson. My picture is me.
you don't
on
want
A
people
Love
following
Where
on
You
your
Love.
personal
Yeah, it's
Facebook,
true,
anyways.
true.
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. So already we're going to take you through coaching.
Yeah, training.
Training now that you're about to be a major star.
Training to be the biggest loser. I don't know about losing the weight, but getting it, that's the easy part.
And where can people find you?
You can find me on my Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is B Wedner, which is spelled WEDNER. I know we don't have the captions under our faces.
You don't. That's why I have it pointed at you, so you guys can let everybody
or
know.
my Facebook. My name Brendan, Brenden. Last name is also spelled Wedner.
Great. Well, you'll get a bunch of new followers tonight, and you'll know that it's because we all want to watch your journey with Lucky Buddha beer, which I do really love their
I'm
bottles.
really sad that we don't have it.
I know.
With us.
Such a
I mean,
cool
it is
bottle.
happy hour.
This
it's
is
4
yeah.
o'clock.
This honestly,
I'm
this
ready.
is a fail on our part. I
that's
should
Well, this
have
was
thought of
whipped
that.
together this afternoon.
I know, but still, it's like I
That's-
could have grabbed a
that's-
12-pack
yeah.
Oh,
for
and
us.
Lisa, you should tell them the hashtag. So they can just go straight to the hashtag, right? To
Find
follow our
hashtag.
journeys.
Oh, what is it? Dream job. I'm old. These hashtag things confuse me.
Pound
Hashtag
Lucky Buddha Beer Dream Job, or
Yes.
Hashtag
Yes,
dream
we've
job.
been
that's
doing
it.
Lucky Buddha Beer Dream Job, Change Your Story, all of these hashtags.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not the person to ask.
That's fantastic. Well, in the meantime, but if you want to follow Lisa, she's got some great photography on her Instagram. It's Lisa L. Hennessy, 2 N's and 2 S's. Alex Boylan, he's a little more confused because this is Boylan Alex.
Someone stole mine. I want to know who that guy is.
I bet his name's Alex Boylan.
Maybe.
A lot more
Probably not.
followers.
He did, and you can do all of this at dreamjobbing.com. You can follow everyone's journeys across the board, and it's all very exciting and great stuff. And also go on dreamjobbing.com, and maybe there's a position out there for somebody listening that you can get involved in. So it's really cool. Jeff, it was so great having you back for 1 week. Jordan, does
Like riding a bike, buddy.
Yeah, Jordan, does this mean we might be seeing Jordan here next Monday? Oh no, we won't be seeing now because I know where you're going. Well, we'll have a whole new show next week, new guest, new co-host. You never know what you're going to get here on the Bob Show. We're going to close out tonight. I'm just going to brag. It's my boyfriend, mostly because I needed music that I had clearance to. So here's 5 Exit Town from the Young Romans. We'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks, you guys, for being here.
I don't wanna waste another minute talking about things that we can't control. So can I get one more hallelujah? Jump in the car, drive down the coast to a place in the past Santa Barbara. 5 Exit Town where your heart I stole. Perfect little house with picket fences, quarantined off and full of ghosts. Open the doors and every window, set them all free and get back on the road. Canyons climbing higher, fires in the thundercloud. Oceans freezing over.
It's great fun.
Great, thank you. Cut.
All right.
Put it together and what have you got? B-A